What's going on? Sub to the channel. Now I was gonna shoot this video outside, but the other reason I did it because I forgot to twice. Well, more so twice, but I didn't do it the other time either because I wanted to go eat something. But I wanted to talk about what to look for in a girl for guys, but so both sides know. And I'm gonna start off with a simple answer, and then we can dive deeper. Most of all, most guys want some same things and then some different things. But for the most part, what guys look for in a girl, and I'm going to be truthful and honest with you, well, in your significant other, you should always look for happiness, someone who's happy, independent on their own, because there's not much more than happiness. If you have someone who's happy, what else there is no other problem. So if you're happy by yourself and you find someone else who's happy, then you guys will be happy together ultimately. So the key thing to look at someone is ultimately, are they happy? How happy are they? Now when we look in other things, we're going to get into physical looks and personality. Now, a lot of people, the other things to look for that guys would look for in girls, it's probably the same thing that you would look in yourself or want something in yourself fundamentally. But anyways, what guys would look for, or what I would look for, which this is opinionated, but when it does get opinionated, I will let you know. I think most guys will say they want someone who's like strong and confident. And I don't mean strong as necessarily physical. There's some people really like physicality and like people who are muscular necessarily, and people who are fit and athletic, round and thicker people, but it doesn't mean necessarily that they're fat. There's always going to be some physicality to it. Now, if you don't like someone completely because of their physicality, then it's probably not going to work. You have to like their mentality and their physicality. A lot of people think it's just looks. That's a very little part of it. That's just your natural instincts to a certain degree. But we all know someone can look fantastic and be the devil, or be really mean, or just somebody you don't want to be with. You know what I mean? Just as simple as that. Which it turns out a lot of people are, which I would decode that as bitches. But anywho, everyone has certain features, and everyone looks good and beautiful in their own ways to a certain degree. Some people will get immortalized for other looks, you know what I mean? Whatever. But that's just because it's the physical realm and people don't see past that. Some people can. It's more so about the personality when you're actually looking for someone. Again, we'd want someone who's happy, strong, confident, and probably somewhat, has some will in them. I would say would be the third one. So like confident, strong as an independent, and we can even say funny, because everyone loves someone who's funny. Now, it all depends on your sense of humor and how happy this person is. So that's what it really comes down to. And yeah, so if you're looking, those are pretty much three things. God, first of all, it's happiness over anything. Then it would be like strong mentally, which we can say independent, confident, and someone who's funny. Some people are going to like more extroverted people, and some people are going to look more like shy people, I guess. I can't say that because I kind of like extroverted people, so I don't want to be biased towards that necessarily. But it doesn't mean anything. I just, do you want to talk to someone who doesn't talk at all, or do you want to talk to someone who has a lot to say? There's people who talk shit all the time, and you don't want to hear them talk. I'm not that type of person, and not into that type of person either, obviously. So beyond looks, we're coming to happiness, strong, confident, and then we can even slide funny or smart. And then I don't want these to seem opinionated because they kind of are, but again, funny and smart. And then maybe for me personally, it would be like someone who's athletic, someone who like, someone who's optimistic. But all these things really go together. But I'm saying what guys ultimately look for in other girls, a lot of guys just usually go after lust, which is fine, but there's something bigger to that. Now, I'm not going to downplay lust in any sort of way either, but there is a difference between lust and love. There's things that like maybe you just want to fuck and get it out of you, compared to whereas, you know, you have a partner, and yeah, so it's kind of like different, and you're in love with that partner. Whereas maybe you know, there could be a bunch you could not like your partner either. That's a big thing. A lot of people maybe aren't with the right partner either, and that's a big thing. A lot of people rebound, or a lot of people are with the wrong person, you know, for a bunch of reasons, or maybe just one reason. Give me one. Sorry about that. Which is probably right by the phone. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it for the video. It's pretty much that, and I'll go over it one more time. What guys look for, ultimately, anybody should look for, is going to be happiness. That's just a straightforward truth. And once we move from there, I'd say personality. You can't, it's going to be very hard for someone just like, someone who hasn't been through a lot, or maybe you're just a rare kind, one in a million. It's gonna be really hard for someone just to like somebody just by their personality. Usually it's a play of both. I'm just saying, if you like someone physically, that's okay, but there's more to that, you know what I mean? You could hate the person that's inside of that body, and so forth. You could really have they could have a really good personality, but you don't really like their body, or maybe they don't take care of their body, or they're just something a look that you don't like. Should that ultimately be the answer? Well, that's going to be up to you. I can't say that for you. But that's basically what I wanted to say, you know, happiness, strong, confident, funny, and smart. Now, it should be kind of like effortless for the female to pull these tasks off. They don't want to make it like you're trying too hard, but you also want to be yourself at the end of the day. So that's basically it. Just an outspoken woman that's going to beat anybody, or an athletic woman. I mean, it's just kind of common sense. Like an athletic woman just kind of makes you look good already, whereas than, you know, not being athletic. Some people though, you know, don't do really any exercise at all, which fuck it, you know what I mean? It's whatever. I'm just being completely honest and putting it all out there. Yeah, so that's my perspective from a male's way, and what you should look for in a girl that you really want to love and connect with. So have a nice one. Subscribe to the channel, like I said.